but I think it's 2 different senior centers here off of Altadena Drive that have had to be evacuated tonight. The other one, maybe the terraces at Park Marino, which I think is also pretty close by here on Altadena Drive. Also needed people to be evacuated. There's a lot of streets here, I believe, north of New York Drive and east of Altadena Drive in the area that people have been evacuated from their homes as well. You can see they're pulling ambulances up here trying to get as much room basically to shuttle people out of here as they can. And it's going to take time. They're still pushing people across the street right now, so I don't know how many more people are coming out of here, but we have a huge law enforcement presence in the area, tons of firefighters, lots of Pasadena police officers who have been going around manually evacuating people from their homes. And you can see the embers just burning across this parking lot tonight because these gusty winds are really just like a blowtorch when you get up in that canyon. We had to move our van like 2 or 3 times just being up there to kind of give you that visual of the flames. It was moving so fast we really couldn't stay in the area for that long. But we're hoping to see these people get loaded up into these shuttles as soon as they can, you guys.
Yeah, I'm hoping this is just
not comfortable for them to be out here.
Yeah, I'm hoping this is just a staging area, Nicole, where they're just getting these people situated and that they are going to be taken to some sort of evacuation center in the city of Pasadena, because there needs to be one established for the people who are being evacuated from Eaton Canyon. So we're hoping that that's the case. Yeah.
Sure. Dozens and dozens of people.
Yeah, I know they do have
Go ahead, Nicole.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you guys
off.
No,
go
it's
ahead.
kind of hard for me to hear out here. Yeah, I know Pasadena does have, I think maybe the Angeles National Forest just mentioned a short time ago that Pasadena does have a larger evacuation shelter they set up. But earlier in the day, there was a church, I believe off of Walnut, that said that they were opening up as like a wind retrieve for people in case anyone needed to leave their homes or they were scared because of the wind. So we know a church already opened their doors earlier in the day, but once this fire started here, the city knew they had to, get a bigger space for people. And I don't have that location on me right now, but I know that I did just see that they are, clearing way for evacuees to go to. And, hopefully they can get some of these people over there. If you're a family member watching this, that you have a family member in one of these 2 facilities, you might be able to come get them tonight if they allow you to, if they tell you where they're going to be taking everyone to, but everyone looks safe. Randy, the gentleman I spoke with who works here a couple minutes ago, said he thinks everyone already made it out of there safely, so it's just getting them to a more comfortable place.
Yeah, they did a great job taking them out on wheelchairs and in gurneys, even in their beds. You saw those hospital beds that were being rolled into this parking lot right there on Washington and Altadena, between a McDonald's and a 7-Eleven. It's just amazing. Nicole, you were mentioning about the time. It's 8:35. To me, it seems so much later, doesn't it? When you see these pictures and just the way that the smoke and just the way that how everything just kind of makes the atmosphere feel. It must be exhausting and tiring, not only for these folks, but firefighters and people wondering if their home's still standing and just waiting by. So it's going to be a real long night for everyone.
It's like people running around trying to help as much as they can as they take care of these residents, not alone just outside, but also in this wind and in these conditions that we're experiencing. And of course, meteorologist Danny Roberti telling us about how these winds are only going to pick up as we go throughout the night here. So as you can see, many people jumping in. It's hard to tell if all of those folks actually work at these centers, or whether or not these are just local residents who were also out here just trying to help another resident. These are people from a senior center who were evacuated out of 2 centers that Nicole was talking about in the Altadena area, just off of Altadena Drive. And she was telling us about how these people were about maybe a block away from where their flames were, so they definitely wanted and needed to get out of there as soon as possible. And this is where they ended up. I mean, it's safer than where they were, and for now, this is what they're going to have to do to keep people safe. But as you can see, a lot of firefighters on standby there too, with the ambulance and also gurneys, making sure that these patients are comfortable with blankets, and people just huddling around these residents of the senior center tonight and hoping that they figure out a situation soon for them, and hopefully it is in a place where they can, stay safely overnight, because obviously this is a lot of people, Juan. 95 people.
95 people at least, right?
At least.